Again for another stream here with precious Juggalos in the Juggalo dungeon of my basement. Calling a bit of an audible today. I think you can probably guess why. I've been working on this Juggalo nativity for a while now, and really trying to wrap it up, and I'm literally down to my final piece I want to do. Sorry, one second. I got a text from a buddy of mine. All right. As I was saying, first off, whoop whoop everybody. Welcome to Friday. Hope it's been a good one for you. If it hasn't, so be it. You've got the weekend to forget about it. Meanwhile, what I can't forget about is this problem that you see before your very eyes. If you remember, I've been updating these three wise men so that their gifts that they bring Juggalo Jesus are more Juggle appropriate. It's fun to juggify words as well, isn't it? Anyway, moving that out of the way. So as you can see, I've had a bit of an issue with this wise man. Now it's not the end of the world. Everything will be just fine. I'm in the process of cutting away. Remember, he held a golden urn. Obviously, you can still see parts of it. Yeah. So anyway, I'm cutting all of that away so that I can replace the urn in his hands with a hatchet, and that will be his gift to Juggalo Jesus. Like I said, the fact that it's broken right now, it's really not a big deal. It looks worse than it is. It'll go right back together. Plus, I'm going to have to do some filler work anyway when I replace the urn. So I'll be doing some resculpting anyway, so it'll all come out in the wash. I'm not too panicked over it. It's just the grinding of this material, removing this material, is pretty wretched, and I don't really want to do it on stream because it's loud. It's not a great sound that it produces, and it's just messy. So I don't think it would be visually interesting for you guys to watch me grind porcelain or ceramic away. It's not porcelain. Porcelain's expensive. Ceramic is cheap. So we're not going to do that. I'm going to leave that for another day, possibly tomorrow. Today we'll start a new project, but first let me clean up the mess I've already created from the work I did off camera yesterday. You know, it was, I'll be honest, it was frustrating. Sorry, moving the microphone a little bit. It was frustrating working on that thing. It was very difficult, and I was trying to keep it all together, not break it, for obvious reasons. So then when it broke in half, you know, it was kind of made me a little upset, a little angry. But I plugged away, kept working on it, and I just was making the situation worse. And I can put together 2 pieces, I can put together 3, 4, 5 pieces, but I don't think I want to be putting together like 25 pieces. So made the conscious decision to put it down, work on it another day, and maybe even work on it with smarter tools, because I don't think I was really using the smartest tools. So anyway, that's where we are with that. So today, while I've got you here with me, we're going to start a brand new project that I think might be fun for both myself and you. So, if you've been paying attention, I told you that my wife got me some cool pieces. One of them was this monstrosity. This thing is absolutely massive. A huge, huge piece. I don't know. Oh, there's my mirror, or my magnifier light. Anyway, it's so big it doesn't even fit on camera. These faces are pretty much life-size. You know, originally I thought these were like twins. Maybe somebody had twins, but then this guy's got brown eyes, that guy's got green eyes. I guess it's still possible that they were twins, but seems a little less likely. Also, this guy's hair seems to be a little lighter than that one. Anyway, that's all superfluous. What we're gonna do first. Also, I don't know if you can tell, but yeah, you can definitely tell. On the wings of these cherub baby boys, is glitter. Absolute herpes of the craft world. And it's on my desk, and it's on my hands. It's now on my pants as I wipe my hands on my pants. It's everywhere. Oh! That was the Juggalo Shepherd. Just took a header. You know, as I say that, this guy's actually been broken as well. I broke him and had to glue him back together. But he looks fine, right? So we'll survive. We will survive. We'll survive to fight another day. But we're not going to fight it today. We'll fight it some other time. Today we're going to fight this monstrosity. I don't even know what kind of filth this is on the faces. It's like these boys went out and got some chocolate ice cream or something. I don't know. It's gross, whatever it is. And even though I'll be painting over all of this anyway, I don't want a bunch of like surface grime and dust and whatever on this thing, because it does affect my paint. My paint could separate much more easily, so we want to get as much of that junk off as we can. So, in a long stream of riveting episodes here at Precious Juggalos, today you get to watch me bathe the faces of two cherubs. You're welcome, world. YouTube world. You are very, very welcome. I think this is gonna get, or not get, obviously it's gonna get a Juggalo treatment. I think when this is done, I think this is gonna be a real good one. Real good. It's a wall hanger, by the way. See that? It's already ready to hang on the wall. It's got these weird, I guess these are meant to be halos or something. I don't know. It's a very crafty move by some old woman, I'm sure. Debating on whether or not I should remove it, because it just looks like crap. Sting in the house. What's up, man? My brother from another mother. From another continent. Well, I don't know. I was born on your continent, now that I say that. Maybe we have the same mother. That would explain a lot. Ugh. This is disgusting. This one looks like he cried mustard. Maybe he got sprayed. Pepper sprayed. Maybe that's what happened. Ugh. So gross. I might have to get another Clorox wipe. Oh, yeah, it's like it's got boogers. Gross. Gross, gross. So nasty. Gosh, these are huge. Got me up on the big screen there, Sting. Ah, only the finest. The finest on your television. Sting, do y'all have... Did you ever have Bob Ross over on your side? He was a painter. He was on it was public television over here. Same channel that, like, Sesame Street would have been on. Which I know they did broadcast that over there because of all the GIs. So did you ever see Bob Ross? Or have familiarity of the man? The man, the myth, the legend? Oh yeah. Well, I like to think of myself as my own version of Bob Ross. The Juggalo Bob Ross. So, seeing myself up on your TV, perfect. Perfect. Chef's kiss. Nailed it. I have achieved my goal. Wasn't he just the best to watch? Because you really could just... I mean, you could either intently focus on what he was doing and enjoy yourself, or completely zone out and still enjoy yourself. That's my goal. That's my goal here with this these streams. You can pay close attention, you can chat with me, you can drop ideas, or you can lay back and take a nap and just listen to me ramble on about the dumb crap that I do in the privacy of my own basement. That sounds creepy. Yeah. That sounds like some Buffalo Bill stuff from Silence of the Lambs. Alright. Clean. I know. Yeah. Did you ever see any episodes when he brought his pet squirrel in? I keep bringing that up to people and nobody believes that that was a thing. He had a little squirrel that he rescued as a baby. And it would... I mean, there were a lot of times he would be in the studio with him and you just wouldn't know it because he kept him in his pocket. Oh, you know what? I didn't take a before picture of this thing. God dang it. Good. I'm glad somebody else knows what I'm talking about. It did exist. And his name was like Peanut or something. I don't remember. That's worth looking up. That is absolutely worth looking up. Bob Ross squirrel name. Yes. Peapod. Peapod. So close. Peanut, Peapod. I get a half a point for that. Half point for Gryffindor. God, it's still dirty. Still filthy, filthy, dirty. Filthy boys. Oh yeah, look in there. Let's see. I might need some knife action in there. That looks like mold. Ugh. Oh. Oh, God. Oh, what just came out of there? Oh, and there's more there. Oh. God. That's disgusting. That's so gross. Guessing that's what that is. Oh, it is. It's like tiny little dead bugs. Oh, and what is this? Ah. What have I gotten myself into? Oh my god. That's some fiberglass insulation. That's interesting. That's very interesting. Okay, what better tool do I have for removing dead bug carcasses? Tiny dead bug carcasses. How about just a paper clip? That's a little less sharp. Ugh. Ugh, it's the grossest thing. Ugh. Questioning my life choices right now, Sting. Really questioning my life choices. Oh, God. Because every time I loosen one of these things up, I think, you know, the next time I take a deep breath, there's a good chance that's going into my mouth. Oh, they're everywhere. Oh, they're oh, God. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, you know what? Why am I doing that? I have a tool for that. Somewhere. I rearranged my desk, and now I don't remember what I did with my canned air. 1 second. Haha! Here we go. Here we go. This will be off camera, but you'll probably hear. Oh, so many things. Ugh. Yeah, I'm definitely breathing it in now. Sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Sweet, sweet bug husks. My favorite. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Alright, let's man. Bob Ross never did this. Never dealt with tiny dead bugs. Ugh. I'm honestly stifling my gag reflex right now. Oh, it's so gross. So gross. Okay. Okay. Yep. 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 We're good. We're good. We're good. Whew. All right. That's done it. Oh, that's done it. As all the little bitty bugs circle in the air. Probably got some in my lemonade. Oh well, down the hatch, right? Ah, yeah. Tastes like protein. Okay, again, I've rearranged my desk. I don't remember where anything is now. There it is. White paint. Here we go. Maybe I should take a picture before I start this. You know, gotta document the occasion and whatnot. For future videos and things. There we go. Those sweet baby boys. Look at those faces. Sweet baby boys. Part of me wonders with this this piece, the previous owner, are these like representative of some children that died? And if so, sorry boys. Hope you were fans of Insane Clown Posse. Because you're about to be. About to be inducted. Alright. Here we go. First brush strokes of white. As I break in that new brush. Doesn't that feel good? You know, when it's this large of a scale in the stream, you can actually see what I'm doing. It's probably helpful. The little bitty pieces, my hands are... Well, I guess my hands are in the way now, too. Sucks to be you, buddy! Oh... New brush is losing bristles. Crud. So Sting, what time is it for you again? I know we're not terribly far off on time. Oh, yeah, so I talked about that earlier. One second, let me pull out this loose bristle here. That refuses to participate with my pulling. Okay, never mind. Ooh, I almost stuck it in my lemonade again. Keep making that mistake. Alright, are you ready to see the murder? 52, and that's 9 Central. That's PM, right? Almost 11 p.m. for you. Or 2300, as it were. So here's murder. He became his own murder scene. I've got 4 different pieces of him right now. But I'm not worried about it, because I am actually getting the urn removed fairly well. It's taken a lot longer than it probably should, but improper tools and all. So yeah, it is happening, and then once it's done, I can just stick them all back together, glue it up. I'm gonna have to, you know, do some sculpting here anyway to fill in this void when it's all done, so I'm really not stressing out over it too much. It'll still work out. It just looks real bad right now. It looks like a murder. Looks like its own murder scene. Oh jeez. Yeah, so that piece goes. Well, anyway, I don't have to put it together. It'll be alright. Trust me, I'll be working on this off camera because running the grinder to get rid of this ceramic stuff really is an awful racket, and a lot of mess. And as much as this is riveting television, that I think is would not be. I think it'd be awful, awful, awful television. Yeah. So I'm gonna do it off camera. I plan on cutting that all out and probably gluing it all up off camera, and then when that's done, I'll bring it back onto the stream and show the process of painting and sculpting, and creating the hatchet to go in his hands. So he'll be back. He's not gone forever. He's just in a timeout right now. Which is why we've moved on to the Cherubs. Because these are easy. And it's an easy win for me. So after destroying Murder over there, it's nice to have an easy win. So we're going to go for it. Also, like I said, I think this is a lot easier for people to see the progress. Like it's easier to track with it as opposed to those tiny pieces where I have to like hold it up to the camera and curse my camera as it fails to focus. This is so big it's never going out of focus. Camera definitely doesn't struggle with these faces. And honestly, this will probably be a pretty quick one. I should be able to really get this done. I mean, not today. But I'm sure, I don't know, 2 or 3 streams, I should be able to have this all wrapped up. And I think that's the best too. So you know, if you're a returning viewer, you can watch the full process, the full juggification. Of these sweet baby boys. So one thing I sometimes fill the dead air with is talk about movies. I watch a lot of movies. I'm a big fan of movies. So much so that I'm part of a program with Netflix where they send me preview movies, their own productions. So I get to see them before they're finished and give my opinion. Which is fun, but it also sucks because I get stuck watching some movies that just aren't that great. And so I was invited to watch one this week. I actually watched it earlier today. And I'm not at liberty to speak, about details of it, because there's a non-disclosure agreement as part of the whole thing. But it's got quite a cast. Definitely names that I think everybody at this point is familiar with. And names that I think most people would be quite excited to see on a movie poster. And its premise is interesting. It's kind of a dystopian future type of thing, which I'm generally a fan of thematically. It's something I enjoy watching. But I'll be honest, it did not really hold my attention. part of it is when I watch these preview movies, you know, the effects aren't completed, the soundtrack isn't completed. There's potential for some reshoots and everything. So it could be a totally different movie by the time it's actually released. But that's part of the reason why they have people preview. So if they need to make adjustments, they can. But I'm afraid one of the adjustments I would call for would be removing one of the primary cast members. And I don't see that happening anytime soon. Really, in actuality, the two main stars, they both kind of seemed to just phone it in. It was pretty unexciting. And the characters they portrayed were pretty stereotypical for them as actors. Which works sometimes, and other times if the story just isn't tight enough, it does not work at all. Woo! Got a little loose there. Oh, 1 second. Got another text from my buddy. Don't mind me. All right. I'm back. Another downside of the preview movies is, you know, when this movie is eventually released to the masses, fairly confident, you know, everybody will probably watch it. Everybody with Netflix, anyway. It is a Netflix exclusive movie. And at that point, I won't really be interested in discussing it because it'll be so far in the rearview mirror for me. But that'll be when other people want to talk about it. And I likely won't be watching it again, so I can discuss it with them. Discuss it with them then. Wow. English language sometimes. Slippery. Alright, just had to clean up some paint I got on his lips. There we go. Clean as a whistle. Alright. Moving right along. This thing's taking paint really well, so that's good. Still probably going to need to do two coats of white. If you hear a bunch of loud noises, my oldest daughter, it's her birthday weekend, and she's having a slumber party this evening, and it sounds like her guests are starting to arrive, so it'll probably get noisy as they squeal and run around the house. But if it sounds like panicked chaos in the background right now, I assure you we're all fine. Those are happy noises. when you repaint things like these, you kind of pick up on some areas where the previous artist kind of missed the boat. Oop, that went too far. And you're kind of stuck with the decision of, do I fix that or do I just leave it as it is because that's the original artist's decision or intent, possibly. Sometimes they're hard choices. Okay, let me clean up my mess there before it dries. Got a little loosey-goosey there. Man, it's so much easier to do this when it's so big. That is what she said. Alright. I'm really getting irritated with this bristle that's sticking out. 1 second, let me just work on that. There we go. That'll do. That'll do just fine. Alright. Gonna have to do a little rotation here. Alter my angle of approach. Hey! That's the top of my head. You can see my unkempt hair. I wore a hat today. A hat today because I worked from home today and didn't really care. When I'm streaming, I have to take my hat off because it hits the camera. Why does that not look like the same shade? Is this brush dirty? Oh, boys. Boys, what am I doing here? What have I done? Painting with a dirty brush. Shame, shame, shame. Yep, sure enough. That had yellow in it. Cool. Cool, cool. So that is not a pure white that came out of that paintbrush. All right. It's been a while since I've had to use so much white paint. Probably ought to replace my brush cleaning water. It really is looking pretty thick. I'm surprised the brush isn't standing up in the water right now. I also don't think I can trust it to clean my brushes properly. But we'll be alright for now. Don't really have time for all that. Running upstairs to do a water change. Boy, painting this guy's face white sure does make his eyes pop, huh? That's creepy. That has only increased the creep factor. Actually makes his eyes look more living. That's weird. Staring directly into your soul. Creep City. Now that is a clean brush. Alright. Changing the angle of approach again. You know, that angle's actually better for you than it is for me. If I was really good at this, I could use my screen to see what I'm doing. So you absolutely have a better shot at it than I do right now. Yeah, those eyes, man. Yeah, it's creeping me out. Oh, I got some yellow there, too. Gross. Gross. It probably is my dirty water. Youch. Youchers. Good thing I'm doing 2 coats, eh? Yeah, I kind of don't like looking at the screen right now. This guy is, I don't like it. I don't like the way that makes me feel. It's not the same in person. Like, I can stare at this guy in person and it doesn't look like he's alive, but on screen right now, that is... ugh. Very creepy. Oh, and now I see I went a little over the edge there, too. Well, 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 well. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Here, hold that. Hold that right there. Thank you. Yeah, with a piece like this, it's kind of hard not to, like, invent a backstory for these boys. Because I'm sure that whoever painted these or commissioned these did it to depict some very specific boys. Right, yeah. Yeah, it's like right now where the brush is on the screen, you're like, oh my, it's gonna touch his eyeball. Yeah, gives you anxiety. Get out of there. Yeah, this whole thing is bothering me right now. It's like I need to, like, put a sheet over him, like a dead body. There. He can't hurt you anymore. God, that is weird. Very weird. I mean, where else can you find the opportunity to stare into a pair of dead eyes like this and feel your soul leaving your own body? I challenge you to find another place on YouTube to do that at this very moment. I think I've cornered the market on it. Oh, that's eerie. And it's like the white gives the added, like, ominous death feeling. Yeah, I'm telling you, I don't like it. That's awful. Yeah, seeing the before and after, just scrolling back and forth from your two pictures. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. It's disgusting. That, I believe, is a cursed image. I wonder if when I start doing the black portion of the makeup, if it'll get better or worse. Because I think the makeup will help bring more contours, possibly, which could make it altogether worse, the experience. I feel like I'm doing something terribly wrong at this point. Hey, you want to see something creepy? This isn't terribly bad to look at, but here, it looks living. Yeah, it's gross. Yeah, I'm trying not to look at it. My friend Sting from Great Britain is, or the UK, sorry, I did it again. Yeah, he's watching live now, and it's just as bad for him. So, apologies, Sting. But you're sticking it out, man.
There are 3 16-year-olds.
Yeah, I just gave Katie's, well, her dad, I gave him our address for her. That was some backstage action live on Precious Juggalos, a conversation between myself and my wife about family business and the disgusting monster that I'm creating. I'm telling you, man, I can't look up at my preview screen. Like I usually use that to like gauge how a paint looks, like because you know when you're doing it right in front of you, you kind of get, I don't know, kind of blind to how it might look to a third party. But on the preview screen, it kind of removes me from the reality a little bit, which is weird. But it's just enough for me to like look at it through the eyes. God, I just look at it through the eyes of the viewer and see if it looks good or not. And I can't do that right now. It's bothersome. Very bothersome. But I mean, if that's going to be the case, I think we're onto something real good here. Yeah, this could end up being one of the finer pieces I have painted. The sad news is, though, this won't be going in my store because I don't want to have to fuss over shipping this, and I could 100% guarantee this will break in shipping. So this will only sell locally. Only at local craft fairs. Or methodologies like that. Yeah, my water is filthy. Filthy, filthy. I need to stop using it. But I don't have any other options. He does have inner beauty, I'm sure. And I'm sure his mother probably loves him very much. But, you know, if this was painted to to hang on a wall and memorialize two little boys that potentially died. Possible backstory to this piece. Yeah, it's very fitting now that this little boy looks absolutely dead. So let's see what kind of horrors await us as I whiten this face. As I do this, though, I'm seeing that this eye is really dirty. So I might have to switch gears and try to clean it a little more. Or I could just leave it kind of yellow, kind of jaundiced. Like he's got a kidney disease. Juggalos get jaundice, right? Sure they do. In fact, it probably just goes with the territory. If you go to the gathering, you're probably going to get something, some kind of infection. And it will probably land in your kidneys at some point. All right. Yeah. Yep, gotta create a backstory for these boys. It'll be interesting if this one turns evil as well. What percentage of the paint, like where it actually turns the corner in the uncanny valley. Because it's not there yet. Ugh. But it's getting there. Isn't it weird, though, painting it an unnatural color on top of a natural color somehow turns that corner? So if you hear me struggling during game night tonight, it's because my house is full of 16-year-old girls. Keep that in mind. The good news is they're not the Taylor Swift variety. They're actually planning on watching the entire Lord of the Rings extended editions over the next 24 hours. So, it's that kind of crowd. Alright, I gotta tip this up a little bit. Oh, you think that's what it is? Well, we're getting to that point. Maybe when I set him down, he will have turned the corner. Yeah, she may have learned it from a certain guy I know. I actually took her to the movie theater a year ago to do the same thing. One of our local art house theaters, they do a lot of cool presentations, and one thing they do, now I think it's a couple times a year, is they'll do the entire, all 3 extended editions. back to back to back. It's a full day event with intermissions in between them, and it's awesome. I've actually done it twice now. I am a big fan. Read the books as a kid, fell in love with it, and then Peter Jackson absolutely knocked it out of the park. Not so much with The Hobbit, but that's not so much his fault. Really, I wish they could just take his name off the Hobbit movies. The Hobbit Atrocities. Oh, got a little loose with that brush. Do you like the Hobbit movies? I mean, no judgment. There's something. It's kind of like the prequels to Star Wars. Like, it's not that I hate it. It's not my favorite. So, I will watch the others multiple times, multiple viewings, unabashedly. But the prequels and The Hobbit, I won't avert my gaze, but I'm not necessarily gonna, press play myself. If that makes sense. If they would have made The Hobbit a singular movie, I think it would have been vastly different, my opinion. It would also, in terms of the books, it would have made more sense, being that it is the shortest book of Tolkien's creation. Plus, The Hobbit was written for kids. The Lord of the Rings trilogy, still for kids, but, it was a little bit more adult in nature. That makes it sound like it's pornographic. Obviously, it's not. But, the depth of everything was just bigger, more vast. You know what? I'm starting to think that it's not my brush water that's dirty. I think I'm actually pulling some filth out of the face here. Oh yeah, 100% he did. That's what I appreciate about it. It is that, fantasy, the fantasy world we know today, half of it would not have exist if it were not for what Tolkien created. The lore has been forever impacted by what he created. And it was because he spent so much time... He created the world first, and then the movie. So he'd already... The backstories existed before the story. Which... Incredible, conceptually. Like, coming up with the languages. He invented multiple languages. And the world history of the world he created, even though it wasn't necessary, it just, all of that work on the front end just made the back end that much more lush. Alright, I gotta clean this kid's lip. Got a dirty lip. You got a dirty mouth. You know, I probably should have just done it with the Clorox wipe. There we go. There we go. Well, so far he hasn't turned the corner yet. I mean, he's creepy-er, but good old Lefty here, he's 1,000 times worse. I think his brother's gonna catch up, though. Yeah, I would love to go to New Zealand to see where the films were shot, to see Hobbiton and all that. But I would also like to go over to your side and sit in the pub where Tolkien and C.S. Lewis and the other authors, their contemporaries, would sit and just smoke their pipes and discuss their creations and collaborate. I would love that. I'd love to have a pint and sit where they sat and just take it in. Maybe paint a Juggalo. Nothing would honor his memory more, I'm sure, than me painting a Juggalo. Oh, wow. I just looked at the time. We are already over an hour. Time flies when you're having fun, huh? Let me just use up the rest of the paint here. There we go. Ah, Lefty. He had my fingers in his mouth, and I swear he was trying to bite them off. He is a creepy, creepy bugger, and I don't like him. But Righty is catching up. It's becoming a thing. Might try some Q-tips and alcohol. Try to clean that eye up a little bit. Now that there's so much white around it, I can see just how yellow it is. How much funk is in that eye. I know, this guy, he 100% does. Ugh, it's so gross. Difficult to look at. And you've got it in high definition. High definition on a big screen? Forget that. No, thank you, sir.
That face on my desk?
Yeah. Yeah. My wife agrees. Ugh, it's... Ugh. I gotta quit looking up. Alright. Just gonna finish this paint out, what little bit I've got, before it dries up, and then we will call it a day. Sting, my brother, I appreciate you, man. 2 days in a row you've joined me. Hopefully I've entertained you as much as you've entertained me. Hopefully this image doesn't haunt your nightmares this evening. But hopefully soon you and I can replace this image with the image of victory in Hell Let Loose. Alright, there we are. Oh, no, there's some paint on my brush. Ugh. Oh man, that's a bug. Gross. Yeah. And that's where I'm gonna say, we're done. Oh, I popped up a dead bug husk. Oh, and they were... I just dropped more on them. Gross. Gross, gross. Alright. Yep, as I drop a paintbrush in my lap. That's it. That's it for the day. That is another Precious Juggalos stream. I don't know what direction this is meant to hang. I think it's like that. Oh man. Just take a moment and take that picture in. Yeah. Horrible. Horrible, wretched. Ugh. Anyway. Thanks again, Sting. Thanks to anybody else that's popped in and out. I've seen a few others. Thanks to whoever watches this after it's done being live. Again, I'll be here Monday, 4:30 Central Standard Time till about 5:30 Central Standard Time. Or if you're Sting time, I'll be here 10:30 p.m. to 11:30 p.m. How do you like that math? I did that on the fly. Yeah. Oh, not tomorrow. Tomorrow's the weekend. Tomorrow I might pop in and do some work, and I might turn the camera on, but it won't be anything scheduled. It'll just be... Actually, I can probably guarantee I'll be down here since my daughter's friends will still be here. But yeah, Monday I'll be here for sure. 4:30 Central to 5:30-ish. Yeah. So see you then if I don't see you sooner. You can check me out on all the other socials. I'm on TikTok, obviously on YouTube. Also on Facebook and Instagram. Part of a Juggalo Discord group. That I'm actually supposed to plug that. One second. Let me look that up so I get it right here. It is called Gathering of the Juggalos. Yeah, that's the name of the Discord server, Gathering of the Juggalos, if you're interested in joining that. Yeah, some interesting folks in there. Good folks. Yeah. Also on, what's the other one? Reddit, which is funny. Part of the Juggalo subreddit. Yeah, I'm all over the place. Just look for Precious Juggalos. And I have an online store. PreciousJuggalos.square.site. You can buy things. Sting, it says only the lower 48 states for shipping. But if you're interested, we'll work something out. I just haven't really had to concern myself with that yet. So anyway, that's where we're at. I'll see y'all later. Have a great night. I'm off to say hi to some teenage girls. That sounds weird out of context. Yeah, anyway, see you later. Thanks again, Sting. I'll talk to you soon.